Hey peeps, we are back. We're talking The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 13, episode 2. All right, so this episode starts out and Dorit has set up this amazing picnic. It is absolutely beautiful. She has really, spared no expense for this beautiful picnic, in the middle of Beverly Hills. So, one thing that triggered me, I guess, is Dorit and Erica were sitting at this picnic and they were trying to have this heart to heart conversation, but they were both wearing blackout sunglasses. And it bothered me, and I don't know why. But if I'm trying to have a serious conversation with some of my friends or family members, I want them to see my eyes and I want to see their eyes. I want them to be able to look at me and tell that I mean it, that I'm being sincere, that my heart is open. And it's just hard for me to think about having a serious conversation with one of my friends or someone who, I think of as a friend and not be able to look them in the eye. Well, Erica does apologize to Dorit. And, she's apologizing for the comment that she made at BravoCon. And I'm pretty sure this weekend at BravoCon, she's probably going to try to do better. But I'm pretty sure at some point she's going to be, as she calls it, a showman. And she's going to throw someone under the bus or piss somebody off. It's bound to happen. However, she apologizes and it does seem as if it's sincere. It seems as if she does want to work on her empathy and, not have arguments or fighting with Dorit. Dorit accepts her apology. However, she's wondering, where has this Erica been? But I think that Erica is finally realizing that she needs to switch up because her past behavior is not really working for her. So she apologizes, and then Dorit goes on to say, PK and I were in such a rough patch, and then when you made those comments at BravoCon, listen, she apologized. You accepted the apology. Please don't drag this out all season. As a matter of fact, Erica mentioning at BravoCon that you and PK may be having some problems, it seems that it helped you with a little bit of a storyline because, these last few seasons you haven't been given. But it seems on these first 2 episodes, it's all about Dorit. It's Dorit's world we're in right now. And you needed that little push before Bravo, pushed you to hell out the door. So, calm down. She apologized. I would say tread lightly with her and see how it works out. Dorit talking to us about another robbery. I said, listen, girl, I was on the fence about your last robbery. I felt bad for you and I still do. I am someone who has been robbed at, gunpoint before, and that shit freaks you out and it takes you down for a long time thinking about, oh my God, what if they had pulled the trigger? Honey, I know, I've been there. It freaks you out. But this situation here makes me think that this is a whole bunch of bullshit. First of all, why would you be going to the bank to pull out $10,000 cash to go shopping for Christmas somewhere where you're pushing a cart? Okay, ma'am, those places all accept debit cards, credit cards. I mean, are you kidding me? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. There is no reason in Sam hell that you would have taken out $10,000 cold hard cash to go Christmas shopping. No, ma'am. I am not here for it. I do not buy it. I do not buy it. Supposedly, while she's in there shopping, she's got $10,000 just sitting in her grocery cart in her designer bag. And 3 men who have followed her throughout the store and from the bank, I guess, has robbed her. Dorit, I'm sick of the shit. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Now, listen. I have a habit of going to the grocery store and leaving my purse in the cart, turning around, looking at everything on the shelf, going all the way down the aisle, and my purse is still in the cart. My mom has gotten on me about this 32 times, and I have gotten better about taking my purse with me. As I'm just moseying down the aisles, sometimes now I don't even take my purse with me. I just grab my debit card and head on into the store because, I'm a mess. I'm going to stop leaving my purse in that cart. I thought that it was really interesting that Sutton and Garcelle are planning Crystal's 40th birthday party. I said, you know what? Sutton and Crystal have such a strange relationship and they've had so many ups and downs. I love it when they're, going through some ups. Sutton then meets a matchmaker And you know what? Sutton deserves real love. She really does. This matchmaking scene didn't do much for me because we've seen it on every franchise. On every single franchise, one or two of the housewives have met up with some matchmaker trying to find love. I don't know if they ever found love at all. But anyway, Sutton was so awkward talking to this woman. I just didn't understand it. Sutton is such a nice woman, but she does some of the weirdest things. Why are you having such a hard time telling this woman what you want? You are a lovely lady who works hard. You have a successful business. You are a mother. You are divorced, are, ready to move on and ready to have love. And that woman coming about talking about she wants a man to lead, hell to the no. You're not going to lead me no damn where. Sutton talking to Garcelle later in the episode, I understand it. She had a husband who led her by the damn nose. She had a husband who wouldn't let her do shit but stay at home and watch the kids. She's not doing that. She says, I am an educated woman who is successful. I don't need a man telling me what to do. I think that Sutton needs someone that they can complement each other. Someone who is there to be with her as equal partners. You're not about to tell me what to do. You are not about to lead. Talking about in her last relationship, her husband would only let her plan the vacations because she would be there with the kids for the most part and he would show up at the end. Hell no. No ma'am. Then she talked to Garcelle when they were meeting up, and Garcelle was devastated about Jax and how she feels like a horrible mom. And you know what, Garcelle, please don't feel like a horrible mom. You are a single mom trying to raise your children and work full time to put food on the table, to pay your daggone mortgage, all of these things, to get clothes on their back, to pay for doctor's appointments, things like that. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. And she's upset because she said she missed some of the signs. And you know what? We are only human. And Sutton made a comment, and I agreed with her. She says sometimes teenage boys are jackasses, and they are. But you know what? Sometimes they have antics, they have tantrums because they're trying to tell you something. And if you're not paying attention, you will miss it. But that's not something that she did on purpose. We are moms and we want to do the best for our children, but we are not perfect. And sometimes we miss stuff. Garcelle is saying that she's going to try to be more focused on the kids. She's going to spend more time with them, and she wants them to know that they are seen and they are loved. And that's what we do as moms. We do the best we can. All I can say to other parents, when you feel like you fell down, just pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and try harder the next day. That's all you can do. You cannot go back. You can only go forward, and don't feel bad. I mean, we try. We do the best we can, and then we try to correct and do a little better the next day. It's just that simple. Garcelle is not a failure as a parent. We see Crystal with her brother and her husband. They're hanging out, having a little lunch. Something about during COVID, Crystal and her mom wanted her brother to come and be with them instead of being in China. China had a serious COVID problem, so I can understand her wanting him to come over to be with her. But in the meantime, he left his fiance over there for 2 years, and they broke up. Hell yeah, we breaking up. I can't get over to America, but you gonna fly over there and be safe and sound, and I'm down here in the China by my damn self for 2 years. You damn right we break it up, and I'm finding me a new man. I'm not here for the shit. Anyway, Crystal thinks that he's angry with her about it. He didn't seem like he was angry with her about it. And I personally just didn't even give a damn. Anyway, moving on. So we find out that Kyle has a brand new Range Rover. This thing was $165,000. It was real nice, real nice. I'm telling you, I don't need anything that fancy. But if somebody gave it to me, and I didn't have to pay taxes on it, I would take it. That's a nice car. Anyway, PK has decided that he wants to recreate the movie Pretty Woman for Dorit for their anniversary. And Kyle says that she would be offended, but not me, girl. First of all, Pretty Woman is one of my favorite movies. I loved Vivian. And you know what? As long as PK didn't say that I had to turn any tricks, I would be here for it. You know what I mean? Please, let somebody tell me that they want to recreate Pretty Woman down at the Holiday Inn. I'll be there. I'm just saying. So as they're making their way down to the Beverly Wilshire Hotel, I mean, that is so exciting. I would love to go to the Beverly Wilshire. Anyway, as they're working their way down to the Beverly Wilshire, Dorit starts to say, Kyle, Dorit smells something fishy and she wants to get to the bottom of it, okay? So she's asking Kyle all these questions about their relationship. What's going on with you and Mauricio? Things just don't seem the same. They used to hang out all the time, having little dinners, doing a little traveling. They haven't been having dinners and doing traveling. And Kyle is, mum's the word. Mauricio just, he's been really busy and she's just needed a little space, a little freedom, for Mauricio. And she wasn't very forthcoming with information, and that tells me that she's not ready to talk about it. However, Dorit, she pressed just a little bit, and then she pulled back because she realized, you're pressing the boundaries. This is something that's really serious for her. This is her marriage. They've been together for 25 years, probably longer than that. And, you're pressing. Let the woman tell you when she's ready. When she's ready, she'll let you know. And so Dorit kind of pulled back a little bit, which was good. But Dorit said, you are not fooling her. She knows something is not right with you and PK. Her gut is telling her that something is off. Now, at some point later in the show, PK made some kind of comment talking about when we talk about surprises and Kyle getting involved, maybe the bigger surprise would be if Mauricio actually did that for her. First of all, you really need to shut the hell up. You really do. We have seen in previous seasons that Mauricio has done some really lovely things for Kyle. And I thought that was rude as hell. These are supposed to be your friends. And Dorit kind of laughed. She gagged a little when PK said that. And I said, are you the same woman who got pissed off at Erica for her comment? This is not okay. That's not funny. And I also remember that time it was Kyle's anniversary and Mauricio couldn't go to watch What Happens Live with Kyle on their anniversary. He sent those ginormous diamond rings to Andy to give to her on the show. Mauricio does do nice things for Kyle. That was rude. Now, Dorit acting a fool at this hotel. When she gets there, first thing she says was, not the presidential suite? And then she says, well, in the movie Pretty Woman, he took the liberty of ordering everything on the menu. All I got was a couple pieces of fruit and some vegetables. Then she acted like a big ungrateful Betty. She was all anxious and upset, and she's got to pour her own water and, put her own fruit on the plate. This is not a very good anniversary. I mean, Dorit, you need to calm the hell down. You were acting extremely ungrateful, in my opinion. We have people out here whose husbands forget the whole damn anniversary. We have other husbands that don't give a shit. Do you know how many wives would have loved it if their husband would have pulled something like this together? I mean, that was rude. I didn't really love her new confessional hair either. She just acted ridiculous. She breaks the fourth wall, running to the producers, asking them questions. They said, we don't know. Ask Kyle. They knew, but they were trying to help her by keeping the secret. Then she gets all upset, calling the kids. She gets Jagger and Phoenix on the phone, which everybody knows. I love those kids. They said, Mama, we're involved. We know everything. You need to stop stressing. We're okay. I mean, those kids are so sweet. They love that woman so much. She's just a pain in the butt. Then PK sends her own stylist over there. He's got everything she needs to have her Pretty Woman moment. He's got a racks full of clothes. Dorit tells them, this is the thing. I'm an actual designer and stylist. Ma'am, calm the fuck down. Pick a dress and shut it. She just came off ungrateful to me. And I didn't love it, because I know that if somebody did something half as nice for me, I would have just been a puddle on the floor. Could not believe it, and very thankful. And I didn't like that. So when she finally gets dressed up, man, she looked amazing. She really did. When she walked in that room, PK said, you look absolutely stunning. And then he gave her this beautiful $5 million necklace. But it was just like the movie when he opened up the box and she went to touch it and he closed it real quick.
I think it goes well.
It was so cute. I was so excited. It was beautiful. He even had the group. Berlin there to sing Take My Breath Away. The way she looked, I thought it would have been better if it was Lady in Red. Remember that song? Oh gosh, to this day I love that song, Lady in Red. But you know what? Take My Breath Away is a beautiful, beautiful song. And that lady was killing it. She really was. Anyway, it was so beautiful. I just loved every moment of it. PK was doing everything he could to make it romantic. Dorit had to figure out whatever she could complain about. I'm thinking, girl, the man has pulled out all the stops. You are sitting there surrounded by a million flowers, wearing an amazing looking dress. Your hair, your makeup, everything is on point. You are wearing a $5 million necklace. Berlin just sang a song to you. You are eating caviar. Shut the entire fuck up. Just enjoy your night with your husband. Cut it. The woman was irritating me. She really was. Then we get over to Kyle and Mauricio's house. And Mauricio, this is not your season, buddy. I am disliking him a little more every damn episode. They're having a birthday party for their daughter. She's turning 15 and she is growing up so fast. She is such a beautiful little girl. Anyway, they are really excited about this party. As soon as Mauricio's mom gets there, she pulls Kyle to the side, asking her, what's going on with Mauricio? I said to myself, did you ask your son? And then as soon as I said that, she said, well, every time I open up the blogs, there's something about you guys on there. So I text him and asked him. I said, oh, good. I'm glad you asked him first. And Kyle says, well, she was seen without her wedding ring. And then all of a sudden these rumors started. And I said, girl, where there is smoke, there is fire. Now, I do know that some blogs like to put a little razzle dazzle on stuff, but clearly there's problems. And people know you don't have to take your ring off to lift weights. People are always making up excuses, but I see people at the gym on a regular basis wearing their makeup, their hair is done, their rings are on. You know what I mean? You don't have to take your rings off to lift weights. Then it was something about tattoos, and Kyle was walking on pins and needles because she didn't want Mauricio's mom to know she had tattoos. And I said, well, what the hell is this? No, ma'am. Why is Mauricio's mom get to tell you what you can do with your body or if you can get a tattoo? Mauricio's mom needs to stay the hell out of this grown woman's business. Then she ends up telling her mother-in-law that she has a tattoo and she didn't care. She said, oh, okay. I said, well, what the hell was all the hype about? And then Kyle gets into the groove of the conversation and mentions that Mauricio has a tattoo. Well, I guess that was against his mama's rules because his mom looked weird. Kyle looked odd. Then she runs in the kitchen and tells Mauricio that she accidentally told his mom that he has a tattoo. This dude acts like a childish baby and storms out of the kitchen. The next thing you know, they're at the table. Kyle walks over to apologize and he's like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. This is between me and my mom and I should have been the one to tell her. Tell her what? That your grown ass has a tattoo? What is she gonna do? Beat the shit out you? I mean, I don't get this. What is this about? Do you realize that this is your daughter's birthday party? This should not be going on and there is a whole table full of family and friends. They can hear you. They can see you. You are being ridiculous. It's a tattoo on a grown man who's over 50. Let it go. I don't understand what the hell is going on. I tell you what, as grown as I am, you don't have the right to tell me shit. You know what? I'm tired. Kyle and Mauricio, y'all are acting a fool, and I am enjoying it. So listen, I'm going to go ahead and confess. At some part of this episode, Garcelle was getting on her workout shaking machine. I'm just going to tell y'all peeps, listen, I have one of those, except for, it's orange. And I don't use it too often because when you stand on it, it vibrates and shakes all your fats. And I feel weird having my fat shaked. So, now that I see that Garcelle uses hers, I'm going to start getting on mine. Anyway, don't judge me, peeps. So they get to the airport and Erica walks in and she says that she's pimping. And I said, girl, you know what? That outfit does look like a 90s pimp. She was wearing that. It looks like Bishop Magic Don Juan. Remember him from Pimp Stick to Pulpit? Anyway, when Garcelle came in, she was looking a little pimpish too. I appreciate that they got a beautiful sapphire necklace for Crystal. It was $3,000. They all chipped in. I thought it was beautiful. Erica says that she has given up for Lent. As a good Catholic, I said, oh, Lord, you a Christian. Anyway, I think it's great. I wish she would have gave up some something for Lent last season, like all that damn fighting. She tells them that there's 3 days left in Lent, so she'll make it throughout the whole Vegas weekend, without cussing anybody out, because the Lord or the Holy Ghost came to her and said, give up fighting for Lent. Kyle says what everybody else was thinking. Since when the hell is Erica religious? Listen, I don't even know. But I said there ain't no way in hell this woman is going to make it throughout the weekend without going off on somebody. No way in hell. When they got in the cars and was headed to the hotel, Sutton and Erica in the car with the 5, 6, 7, 8. That was cute. Sutton and Erica, I love it when they are good because they are funny. They could be a great duo, but they don't know how to act and they do not know how to stay cool for longer than 5 minutes. Now, when they get to that resort, it's called Resort World or something like that. That was the lap of luxury. I have never seen any of the girls go to the hotel and they have these beautiful pillowcases with them look like Egyptian cotton. They had their names on them. I said, what? Do they get to take these home? They should get to take those home. You know what I mean? Anyway, it was absolutely gorgeous. There was no screaming and fighting about rooms, even though Sutton sent her stuff ahead with her assistant and took up all the damn closet space. Garcella's nicer to me because Sutton's shit would be moved to the damn floor. Call your assistant, come get this shit. That's my space. Anyway, it was nice to see that the girls were not yelling and screaming over who gets what room. It was perfect. The hotel set it all up right. Now, we saw the previews for next week's episode, and I don't understand what was going on. Why was Sutton having a fit? Was it because she's a proper Southern girl, and she thought that Erica spreading wide on the stage was too much? Was she upset that she wasn't called up on stage? What the hell was going on? I do appreciate that Crystal was trying to leave with Sutton to be, supportive of Sutton, but something was going crazy. And it looked like Kyle was about to let Sutton have it. I don't even know, but I look forward to seeing it. Anyway, peeps, get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.